welcome to this 30-minute core focused Vinyasa class. This will be a 30-minute class, nice short little beginning or end to your day. As always, take this at your own pace if something doesn't feel right in your body. Remember to just chill out, grab some water. You can sink into child's pose, anything that feels good for you today. So let's get started in a comfortable seated position. You can come to Sukhasana, an easy seat, cross the legs. You can come into Hero's pose and tuck the shins underneath you if that feels better for you. Just find a nice comfortable seated position. And once you've found it, allow the eyes to gently fall closed. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the belly completely. Hold the breath at the top for a moment, and exhale, open mouth, side out. Good, another inhale just like that. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, release. And as we center in here, just start to come into your surroundings. Notice what sounds you can hear. What's the temperature of the air on your skin? Just start to notice any sensations in the body as we work to become present. And noticing any areas of tension or stress in the body. Notice them without judgment. Knowing that however you showed up on your mat today is exactly where you're supposed to be. Try not to hold any judgments towards you or your body. Good. On your next inhale, feel the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling or the sky. Feel the spine elongate, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, create some space in the neck. Imagine roots growing out from beneath the sits bones, them anchor you down. Feel grounded and centered. Good, on your next inhale, slowly begin to reach both arms overhead, find a full body stretch. As you exhale, gently twist to the right. Maintain length throughout the spine. Keep the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, reach through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, let the hands fall to either side of you here. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head, and as you exhale, let the left ear fall to the left shoulder. Just a nice, gentle stretch here. Stay here if this feels good. Otherwise, maybe try walking the right fingertips out to the side. You'll find a little more intensity in the stretch here. Really find that elongation. Throughout the sternocleidomastoid, this muscle at the side of the neck, and then all the way down the shoulder. Good. As you inhale, let the chin roll across the chest. Right ear comes to the right shoulder. Stay here if this feels good. Otherwise, find that stretch with the left fingertips. Exhale to gently release. Roll the chin down across the chest. We'll intertwine the hands behind the back of the neck. And just let them rest gently here. Not trying to yank on the neck at all. Just getting a nice little stretch throughout the cervical spine. And remembering throughout our practice today to use your breath to guide your movements and to guide the mind as well. Good. As you exhale, gently release. Take a deep inhale, sweep both arms overhead. And as you exhale, roll into a tabletop position. Wrists will come underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. Good. As you exhale, release the belly, bring the gaze up towards the ceiling, open throughout the collarbones for cow. Good. As we exhale, press into the palms, dome the spine, bring the gaze to the belly button for cat. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. Good. So you can take a few of these movements just steady, nice and easy, inhaling and exhaling with each posture. As you start to warm up a little bit more, you can start to find some fluidity in these movements. Maybe you want to roll around, find figure eights, rock side to side. Really come into the body here. Notice what it's asking for. Maybe it feels good to look off one shoulder and then the other. Take circles to the right and left. Good. On your next inhale, begin to find stillness in our tabletop. As we exhale, we'll walk the hands one hand forward right away and shift the toes up and back for our first down dog. In your down dog here, walk it out, drop the heels, roll around a little bit. You can take the feet as wide as the mat, bend the knees. Any movements that feel good for you today. Not worrying about what you look like or maybe what you think you should look like. Just showing up how you are. Let the body guide you in what movements you need to take. Good, so in our downward facing dog here, looking to keep ears between the biceps. Spread the fingertips wide. The middle finger should be pointing towards the front of the room. Good, press the pads of the fingers into the mat. Take a deep inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, bring the gaze between the hands and slowly begin to tiptoe the feet towards the front of the mat, meeting an Uttanasana forward fold. Once you get to your forward fold here, hang heavy, release the head and neck. You can come into ragdoll and grab opposite elbow with opposite wrist. Good. Take as much of a bend in the knees as you need here. Maybe you want to rock side to side, shake the head yes and no. Good, inhale for a halfway lift. Hands come to shins, reach the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Exhale, release. Inhale, deep bend in the knees, slowly rise to standing, one vertebra at a time. Head is the last to arrive. We get to the top, inhale, sweep both arms overhead, full body stretch. Maybe you take a tiny back bend here, press the hips forward. Good, inhale to lengthen, exhale, slowly forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, meeting in a high plank. Good, so a few options in our high plank here. Always an option to drop the knees. We want to keep that spine straight. Crown of the head is reaching towards the front of the room. Shoulders are directly over the wrists. Good. So we inhale, shift the weight 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Elbows come in at 90 degrees. Inhale, lift for an up-dogger cobra. Good. Enjoy this back bend here. And as you exhale, shift the hips up and back, down dog. Good, continuing to walk out the dog. Take a moment here, come back to the breath. Inhale, bring the gaze between the hands. Exhale, step, hop or float, top of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, deep bend in the knees, slowly rise to standing. Gather up all the energy around you. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Maybe a tiny back bend at the top. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, high plank. Remember here, always an option to drop the knees. We don't want to compromise form here. Inhale to shift the weight 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, lift, up dogger cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Keep walking out the dog here. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg overhead, three-legged dog. On your exhale, bend the right knee, stack the hips. Let the right leg fall open here. You can circle the ankle, circle the knee. Any movements that feel good. Now bring the attention to your right shoulder. Really focus on keeping the weight evenly distributed. If you feel like you're falling too far into that left arm, just try to even the weight out. Pour some back into the right. Good. On your next inhale, straighten the leg. Bring the right knee into the chest. Plant the right foot between the hands, runner's lunge. And we'll release the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead, low lunge. Good. Bring your awareness to your hips here. Make sure this right hip is pulling back as the left hip tracks forward. Good. Arms can be overhead here. A couple options. Arms can be overhead. You can find Kali Mudra with the hands, or maybe find a bind behind the back, finding a tiny heart opener. Good. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, plant the hands, straighten the front leg, and sit back. Take your half split. So in our half split here, right toes point towards the sky. So you inhale, lengthen the chest, and exhale, slowly begin to fold over that right hamstring. Be patient with the hamstrings. They're pretty crabby muscles. So however they're showing up today, try not to hold any judgments. Good. On your next inhale, slowly pull the weight forward. Keep that left hand planted as you lift the left leg. Inhale, reach open with the right. Twisted lunge. Good, so the closer this left hand is to the right foot, the more intense this twist will be. So you pick the distance. Good, left fingertips spread wide. Keep the chest rotating open towards the sky. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, step the right foot all the way back into a side plank. Meaning in a side plank here, engage the obliques. Keep the right hand lifted. Always an option to drop the left knee. Good. Hold here, return to the breath, engage the side body. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, release the right hand to the mat, high plank. Inhale, shift the weight 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, dagger cobra. Enjoy this back bend. And as you exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Return to the breath. Check in with the body, notice the sensations. Good. Next inhale, sweep the left leg overhead, three-legged dog. Then we'll bend the knees, stack the hips. Let the left leg fall open. Take some knee circles here, ankle circles, any movements. Remember, weight is evenly distributed between the shoulders. Inhale, straightens the left leg. As you exhale, pull the left knee into the chest, step in between the hands, runner's lunge. Exhale, releases the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead, low lunge. Good, bring the awareness to the hips here. Make sure left hip is tracking forward as the right pulls forward. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Good, you can find a little bounce here. Work into that fascia. Good, you pick where the hands are. They can be overhead. You can find Kali Mudra. Beautiful. Exhale, releases the hands down to the mat. Straighten the front leg, sit back, take your half split. So left toes point towards the sky. As you inhale, try to walk the hands as far forward as you can. And on the exhale, release. And use each exhale to soften around the edges. Beautiful. Next inhale shifts the weight forward. Come back to a runner's lunge. Keep the right hand planted as you inhale. Reach open with the left. Twisted lunge. Good. Shoulders stacked directly on top of one another here. Keep the chest rotating open towards the sky. Gaze can be at the wall or maybe up at your hand. And now bring the awareness to that right hand. Pour the weight. Feel strong in the right arm as you step the left foot all the way back into side plank. Engage the obliques. Check in with this left hip. Make sure it's not pouring too far back. We want to pour it forward towards the front of the room. Good. Option to drop the right knee at any time. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, roll forward, high plank. Good. Inhale, shift the weight 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, dagger cobra. Exhale, shift back. Take a quick child's pose. Let the forehead rest down to the mat. Spread the knees wide. So I like to have my big toes into touch, knees spread wide. Let the belly fall in between the thighs. And just return to the breath. Notice the inhales and exhales. Good. On your next inhale, slowly begin to slither the heart forward, coming into an up dog from our child's pose. Pull in gently. Inhale to lift, find that back bend. And as you exhale, shift the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or downward dog. Good, let's work into the core here a little bit. So inhale, right leg sweeps overhead. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. See if you can bring it onto the tricep. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, right knee pulls into the nose. See if you can touch the knee to the forehead. Find cat-like spine. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, right knee, left elbow this time. Pull it onto the left tricep. Twist the side body. Good, hold here and we tap to the wrist for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, send the right leg up and back. Inhale, right knee pulls into the chest. Runner's lunge, step the foot between the hands. From here, we release the back heel, windmill the arms open for warrior 2. Good, so in our warrior 2, hips are open, heel to arch alignment. Good, relax the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, create some space. On your inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Good, inhale to lengthen, exhale, windmill the arms down to plant on either side of that right foot. So option here to step the right foot back to a hover. You can flow through your regular vinyasa, or exhale, lower one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, lift, one-legged up dog. Good, exhale, release. Enjoy the back bend. And exhale, shift back, down dog. If we need to release some heat here, take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, side out. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg sweeps overhead, three-legged dog. Inhale, left knee, left elbow, bring it onto the tricep. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, left knee to nose, dome the spine. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, left knee, right elbow, bring it across the body. Hold here and we tap to the wrist for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, send that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, left knee into the nose, step it between the hands, runner's lunge. Release the back heel, windmill the arms open, warrior 2. Good, hips are open, heel to arch alignment. Wiggle the fingers, relax the shoulders. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Good. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, windmill the arms down to plant. Step the left foot back to a high plank, or you can step it back to a hover. Inhale, shift the weight, exhale, lower one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, lift, one-legged up dog, and exhale, release. Enjoy this up dog as you exhale, shift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Next, inhale, bring the gaze between the hands as you exhale. Step, hop, or float, top of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Hang out heavy here in your Uttanasana. Release the head and neck. Shake it yes and no. Good. From here, we walk the feet into touch. So big toes are touching, heels can be a little bit apart. So you inhale, sweep the arms overhead, sink the hips into chair, or Utkatasana. Good, so in our chair, we want the weight mainly in the heels. You should be able to pick up the toes, wiggle them around a little bit. Back is neutral, spine is long. Good, hold here, come back to the breath. Take a deep inhale as you exhale, release. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, as you exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back into a high plank, take a vinyasa. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift, up dog or cobra. And exhale, shift the hips up and back, down dog. Good, as we exhale, release the knees to the mat. Tuck the feet underneath you. Coming into a seated position, then we'll come into boat. So, in our boat here, you might want to move the sits bones around, kind of shift everything into the right place. Chest is open, palms face up, shins are parallel with the floor. Want a nice neutral spine, crown of the head is lifted. Good, hold here. We'll start to alternate, tap the toes, engage the core. Good, keep the chin lifted. Want to imagine there's a grapefruit fitting under your chin and your sternum. Good, we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, low boat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower low boat. We'll flutter the feet here for 10, 9, 8. Engage the core. Press the lower back into the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side. Massage the lower back. Good. On your next inhale, release the feet to the mat. You're coming into a bridge pose, so heels are going to be just out of reach with the fingertips. Roll the shoulders underneath you. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, lift the hips into the sky, bridge pose. Only difference here is that we're going to take this contraction out of the glutes, so try to release the glutes. Bring this into the thighs. Squeeze the thighs together. You can stay here. Maybe it feels good to intertwine the hands underneath you. Keep the chest lifting. Good. As you exhale, gently release. Windshield wiper the knees. Good. On your next inhale, bring both knees into the chest. Find yourself in a tight little ball. Good. As you exhale, shift the hips off to the right side of the mat. Let both knees fall to the left. A gentle supine twist. This right arm can come up to a T. Maybe the gaze falls with it. So we know twists in yoga are always really detoxifying. Detoxifying for the body. They're good for the digestive system. Kind of gets everything flowing in the right direction. So I like to think that twists are also very detoxifying for the mind. So when you're in a twist like this, imagine your body is wringing out and getting rid of any of that negative energy or anything that's not serving you anymore. Let it flood away from the body with each exhale. Wring yourself out. Let your inhales and exhales be deep and cleansing. On your next inhale, pull the knees through center. And as you exhale, shift the hips off to the left. Let both knees fall to the right. Same thing here, this left arm can come up to a T. Maybe the gaze falls with it. Continue with those deep inhales and exhales. Bring yourself out. Let go of anything that's not serving you. Good. Next inhale, reach both knees through center. Good. Taking a second here to find any last positions your body's calling for at the end of our practice. So maybe that's happy baby. You can bring the hands, middle finger and pointer finger to the big toe and hold here. Maybe the bottoms of the feet catch the hands. Spread the hips wide. In our happy baby here, make sure the lower back, that little small of your back, is pressing into the mat. That'll make a big difference here. From happy baby, you can rock side to side. Maybe it feels good to straighten one leg and then the other. Any movements you need here. When you're ready from happy baby, getting to the best part, my favorite part of every vinyasa is shavasana. As you exhale, release into corpse pose or shavasana. Don't be afraid to take up space on your mat. Let the feet spread wide. Palms can face up if you'd like to receive energy. Maybe they face down if you need a bit more grounding today. Wherever you are, as you exhale, release. Soften the muscles around the forehead and the eyes. Relax the cheekbones and the jaw. Feel the tongue release from the roof of the mouth. And just enjoy the body. Tell it thank you for all it's done. And all that it will continue to do for you. Any thoughts that may happen to come into the mind, let them simply float past without judgment. You can stay in shavasana for as long as the body needs. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. The light within me honors the light within each and every one of you. Namaste.